this is, look, I wish that she had handled it differently. She said she wishes that she had handled it differently. But this is just the Republican, machine. It jumps up and down every time she does something. The reality is she is head and shoulders above every Republican candidate, and they got about 20. She's 10 to 20 points ahead of them.
We're going to
and
that'll change once there's one Republican.
I'm just saying, this particular scandal is a big nothing.
No.
All right, Van Jones telling us this is a big nothing. Let's do a background check on Van Jones, shall we? Maybe another time. Joining us now is Kurt Schlichter. He's a trial lawyer, columnist at Breitbart.com and Townhall.com. And he, welcome aboard, Kurt. And you've written a couple of pieces. One is a follow-up to the second is a follow-up to the first. You wrote a piece called "Hillary Will Be President of Nothing," and then you incurred the wrath of a radical feminist blogger. So tell us what you mean when you say Hillary will be president of nothing.
Well, Steve, great. Thanks for having me back, by the way.
You're welcome.
Look, I think the recent weeks have really shown that Hillary has a glass jaw. Now, I thought she was pretty much an unavoidable nightmare coming down the road. There was no way we were going to avoid it. And I don't think we're going to avoid it. I think she's going to avoid it herself. And I think the way she's going to do it is through a combination of her terrible, terrible personality, her myriad failures as a candidate, and the typical corruption that distinguishes the Clintons from all other politicians. Put all together, I don't think she's going to get the nomination. I'm not even sure she's going to. I'm not even sure she's not going to drop out beforehand.
All right. So do you think she's going to run?
I think she'll start running, but it's not going to be the coronation that she wants. That's what she thought it was going to be in 2008, and Barack Obama had different ideas.
Well, who do you see? Do you see O'Malley? Do you see Brown? Do you see Sanders? Do you see?
Well, I'd have to be able to recognize O'Malley in a lineup to start taking this seriously. I mean, hey guys, the governor of Maryland wants to be president. Come on along. No, I don't think that's. No, I don't see it happening. Maybe Pocahontas.
Elizabeth, a.k.a. Elizabeth Warren.
Yeah, I mean, she faked being an Indian. She can fake loving America for a few months. I don't think they have a really great bench. I think the Republicans have a really good bench with some really bad people, too. Jeb Bush. I think Jeb Bush provides a unique opportunity for Hillary Clinton by providing a candidate who has all her downsides and then some. I think she can beat Jeb Bush. I think she'll have trouble with guys like Scott Walker.
All right, now talk about very briefly the trigger that was tripped, if you will, after you wrote the "Hillary Will Be President of Nothing" column.
Well, we've all heard of trigger warnings at colleges and universities where, delicate radical feminists demand that if you're going to talk about subjects that might trigger, an emotional reaction on their part, which pretty much is anything that offends them or disagrees with their personal theology, then you proceed with a trigger warning. So I found a number of leftists didn't like what I had to say about Hillary, but my favorite one was a website where they actually gave me a trigger warning. And I would trigger people because of misogyny, because I pointed out that she's running for one reason only, that she's female, and I thought that was stupid. So apparently that's misogynist. And also dehumanization, which I think probably comes from the fact that I compared her to H.P. Lovecraft's Dark Demon Lord Cthulhu. So, who knows? But I was very proud to have these trigger warnings,
You wear them as a badge of honor, like other names that people on the right get called. Very briefly, aside from Jeb Bush, who are some of the good ones? You said Scott Walker. What do you think of Cruz, who announced today?
I like Cruz a lot. I think he's a brilliant guy. I'm not sure how well he connects with regular folks. And I define regular folks as people who aren't like perhaps me and you, and who don't spend an inordinate amount of time talking and thinking about politics. They're normal Americans who just want to get back to normalcy. And Ted Cruz is an activist. He wants to change things for the better, I believe. But it's not going back to normal. That's another of Hillary's selling points. Well, I'll take you back to the 90s, and we'll get back to normal.
Yeah, we'll have another internet boom and create millions and millions of jobs that way. Hey, Kurt, great to talk to you. Keep it up. We'll speak to you soon, sir.
Thanks.
All right, folks. So we're coming back with a lot more up next right here on the Steve Malzberg Show, only on Newsmax Television. Don't go away.